Hey, what is up YouTube? And you guessed it, today we are here taking a look at some of the available wireless charging options for the iPhone 8. Now obviously these are not all the chargers available, considering the iPhone 8 uses the Qi standard for wireless charging, meaning the phone can be used with a wide range of existing third-party chargers. Wireless chargers found in cars, coffee shops, on computer monitors, or any other wireless charger that uses the Qi protocol will probably work with the iPhone 8. Now, the hardware within the phone itself can handle up to 7.5 watts, but not all existing wireless chargers output that amount of power. At the same time, some chargers output more, but unfortunately that won't add any benefit as the phone's maximum power input, like I said, is 7.5 watts. That being said, in today's video, we are specifically taking a look at the Mophie and Belkin wireless chargers, as they are what Apple currently recommends to be used with the iPhone 8. And just for comparison purposes, I'll be showing off the standard Samsung wireless charger as well to demonstrate that it works with the iPhone 8, and again to see how it compares to the two specifically recommended by Apple. Lastly, as a side note, we are taking a look at these third-party chargers, as Apple's official wireless charging pad called the Air Charger is not coming out until next year. So starting off, we have this wireless charger by Belkin. It is called the Boost Up and is for $59.99 and offers 7.5 watts of available output power for your devices. So jumping into the packaging, we can see that all that comes with the wireless charger is the power adapter and of course a couple little informational packets of how to use the device. So after taking the plastic off here, we can get our very first look at this wireless charger, and it actually is very simplistic and clean. Unfortunately, this charger only comes in a white variation color option, but as you can see, all there really is to do is simply plug the power adapter into the wall, attach the other end to the device, and then you are ready to go to place your iPhone 8 on top of it to enable wireless charging. One thing that I like specifically about this wireless charger is that on the very front, it has a green LED light to indicate that your iPhone is currently charging. Now, the biggest thing I liked about this wireless charger compared to the other two that we are taking a look at later in this video was how big it was in diameter. That being said, in regards to wireless charging with the iPhone 8, it seems to be very particular. It seems we have to place the device directly in the center of the charging pad in order for wireless charging to work. So while this charger adds more surface area for us to place the phone, unfortunately it doesn't really give it an advantage, because we still have to place the phone directly within the center in order for wireless charging to work. So next up, and again recommended by Apple, is this wireless charging base by Mophie. It has the same exact specs as the previous one that we talked about, offering 7.5 watts of total output power. Again, much like the previous unboxing, all that comes in the box itself is the Mophie wireless charging pad, as well as the power adapter and a couple informational packets of how to use the device. Again, to get started quickly, go ahead and plug the power adapter into the wall, plug the other end into the charging pad. This adapter, however, seems to be reversible, meaning it can be plugged in either way, and now that is it. That is all you need to get started in order to enable wireless charging. Again, the same exact thing happens here in regards to the placement of the phone on the charging pad. It has to be placed directly within the center or pretty darn close to it. But the thing I do like about this charging pad in particular is that it is very heavy. It does not move around very easily, and I like that because it is very secure on my desk. And lastly, for comparison's sake, we have this wireless charging pad by Samsung. Now, this is actually the fast charge edition of this wireless charging pad and is intended to be used for some of the newer Samsung devices that support fast wireless charging. That means that this wireless charger actually has a higher output wattage, this one being 9 watts compared to the previous 7.5 watts in the other two chargers. That being said, however, just because this one is more powerful does not mean it will charge your iPhone any faster compared to the other two. Again, just like the others, there's not much found in the box aside from the wireless charger and the power adapter. That being said, the biggest difference is this power adapter actually comes in two parts, being the cable and the brick. This is one thing I do like about the Samsung variant, because now you are not limited to plugging the wireless charging pad into the wall. You can plug it into, say, a computer or into your car. But once the charging pad is plugged in, that is really all you need to do. Now you can just place your device right on top of the charging pad in order to begin wireless charging. Again, the Samsung charger is still subject to the same problems the other two chargers had, that you still have to place the iPhone directly within the center of the charging pad. That being said, however, the one thing I do like about this charger is, again, it has a blue LED light that is a lot easier to see compared to the Belkin or Mophie one. And lastly, this charger is available in two color variants, being white and black. So for the last part of this video, I'm just going to quickly compare all three of these chargers against one another. Again, any of these will work for your wireless charging needs and will charge your device at the exact same speed regardless of how much power they are outputting, because they are all at least outputting 7.5 watts. The Samsung and Mophie wireless charging pads are roughly the same exact diameter, but the Mophie wireless charging pad is a lot thinner. When comparing the Mophie and the Belkin chargers, the two that Apple has specifically recommended to be used for the iPhone 8, we can obviously see that the Belkin one is a lot larger in diameter, but as we saw earlier in this video, that doesn't really help its case much, because where it can actually be utilized as a charging pad is only in the direct center. And obviously the Mophie one is by far the thinnest and the heaviest out of all three charging pads. We can see that the Belkin one is still even thinner than the Samsung one. So out of all three of the charging pads that we talked about in today's video, I would by far recommend the Mophie one, and that is simply due to the fact of how heavy it is and how little it moves around when placing your iPhone onto the charging pad. Again, these are not the only three wireless charging pads available for the iPhone 8. There are a lot cheaper ones and there are a lot more expensive ones, but when buying one, you have to make sure it at least outputs 7.5 watts of power, otherwise it will not be efficient. Lastly, before I go, here's a couple things worth noting. First, in regards to cases, wireless charging will still in fact work even though you have a case on your iPhone 8. Secondly, charging speeds. Currently, the iPhone 8 charges at the exact same rate whether you are using wireless charging or if you were to plug it in directly through a lightning cable. That is because currently wireless charging is limited to 5 watts. Apple says in the future update of iOS 11, they will increase the limit to the 7.5 watt maximum that the hardware is capable of doing. Anyway, that is a quick look at some of the wireless chargers available for the iPhone 8 today. Let me know down in the comments section which one you guys like the best, and if you are going to buy the Air charger once it comes out next year. If today's video helped you out, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and before you go, don't forget to subscribe to my channel to stay updated on when I release future videos just like this one. But until next time, this is Tony, signing out.